Hi guys,
Hello people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Vinland Saga.
Oh, this
Why
is
did I say this with a smile on my face? Why the fuck did I
was
say
like
this?
looking at you, and I was like thinking because I'm smiling, you're not smiling. It was like a representation of how we feel. I mean, I don't know why I'm smiling.
Me
Like
neither.
it's depressing, but nothing new for us. I don't know why we're pretending as if this is like something. We're back to our old ways. You know what I mean? Like Full Metal and Mob were a distraction.
It was not.
They were a
Before that, they
distraction of
were
happiness.
Avatar. We had
True, but
full-
Avatar was like the first thing.
Avatar
Was the first
but, like,
wholesome thing we watched. Sense8, fine.
Yes, no, yes, but I have a feeling since Avatar, we always had some light in our schedule.
Well, we technically have it. It's just
Because
very
after
short.
Avatar we had Korra, after Korra we had Full Metal, after Full Metal we had Mob. Like we constantly had something, but like this last few months, it was Mob and Full Metal at the same time. So,
I just think we
and
got
also The
used to
Expanse.
that.
I mean that was not wholesome, but it was fine. It was not depressing in my mind at least. So
Look.
I think we got spoiled a bit. Yeah, I think we're.
Not
I made
spoiled
this-
as in the show. It's
Yeah, but,
spoiled
like-
as in like we got too comfortable.
Yes. So like the whole thing you said in one sentence, I just prolonged. You literally said in one sentence that, and I had to.
Just
What?
too comfortable with the happy shows. Like we forgot that we do watch Attack on Titan and things like that. And so like this is one of those. So like why
Yes.
do we keep starting with that? Like we are where we are. Let's just accept it and let's
Again.
move forward.
Again, I feel much easier since knowing that Thorfinn is not
That's very
gonna
true.
think.
Very
You
true.
have no idea. Like it's like the weight I had on my heart has been lifted.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's
So,
better. See,
It's much better. Honestly,
See-
I can't even explain you how better it is. Yes, it's
I
gonna be
agree.
very sad to see this child go through loss of his father. I don't think it really will loss of his father. I think it's gonna be loss of himself as well. I honestly do believe that he's.
I mean, yeah, this was it. Like he was such an innocent little kid,
Yeah.
and we have just we have killed his father, and we have killed that innocence. Like
Yeah,
he saw his father get murdered in front of him. Like that's it, and he's like 6.
and he's
You know,
very angry, and he's
Like I keep thinking of that scene of how he like was looking at them and screaming, like that fucking scream. Again, can we just like give it up for the voice actor or
Yeah.
actress? I'm not sure. Fucking incredible. Like I don't know if they lost their voice filming that.
Yeah,
Like that's how like a gut-wrenching scream. It
I
was pretty
agree. I
incredible.
agree. It was.
And like it breaks my heart that like going further into the show, we will never see Thorfinn's eyes the way they were in the first 4 episodes. I mean, the first 3 episodes. Like they was just like so big
Never.
and innocent,
Yeah.
and like that is constantly the
completely gone
thing
now.
that we saw in the intro or the outro. Intro, like you see his eyes, and then the second we go to his face when he is mad, and then he is mad but a bit grown up, and then a bit more grown up, and his eyes stay the same, which is very mad and determined, and so we will never see those eyes again, and like that makes me so sad.
Me too. The most I'm hoping at the end of the show that he's gonna find his peace,
Yeah,
and that's the most. But like he did lose his innocence right now. Again, we talked about what's in store for him. I still think that he's gonna be too angry to think, and he's gonna basically go on a killing spree or something
Yeah.
like that. So yes, I definitely think he's gonna completely lose his innocence with everything that he's gonna survive, and with everything he's gonna do as
Yeah.
well. So to me that's very sad, but like I said, I'm hoping that at the end of the show the point is gonna be that he's gonna find his peace and start believing in his father's words, what he told him.
yeah, because honestly, like there's just like 1 or 2 ways we can go with his character specifically. Like either he finally can let go of that anger and live in the way that his father lived and wanted him to live, or he can just be completely consumed by the anger, and then at the end he like dies. But that's very.
We don't want 2 Aarons,
Yeah,
want-
I'm good with 1.
we are
Aaron.
not good at all.
No.
Let me just tell you, still not recovering from 1 Aaron, but
no.
like we're where
But,
we
like,
are. We
Eren,
don't want
yeah.
another one.
Eren is quite specific. Eren is quite a specific character. Like I don't think other people. It takes. I don't know. It. You have to be wired specifically for your trauma and pain to lead you to. Do I say spoiler alert? At this point, I feel like everyone watched Attack on Titan. Spoiler alert. Like it, you have to be wired a specific way to go to fucking genocide.
Yeah.
With your trauma, and like, you know, I don't think most people are wired that way. Eren is very specific. And so like, we're not going to Eren, you know.
That's what I want to say. I mean, I didn't mean it literally. I meant, like,
honestly, I just don't want to talk about. I miss talking about Attack on Titan. I miss speaking about it. Honestly, like, when is it coming back so that we can have like an hour review?
I really am not looking forward to that because it's just gonna be tragedy after tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, we have accepted it with Attack on Titan. I have just accepted it. We have watched it long enough to know that, like,
doesn't make it any less painful.
No, but like.
But you're a masochist. We know.
Yeah.
You enjoy it. You love it.
But like, it's much more easier when I'm like, when it's kind of clear what you should expect. Yeah. You know, like, you know that Eren is going down that path. The path is like, you know, we're at the pits of hell. So like, nothing unsurprising there. It doesn't matter. But with this child, I hope that his end is not death.
Nor do I think it is.
So far, I mean, yes, but like, I'm basing it on very few information that I have. Like, we have 4 episodes, so I can't really deduct what the writer's intentions are gonna be with him. Like, I can't really deduct that yet. But like, I would hope that by the end we get the first thing that we hope is gonna happen. Like, that he lets it go and like can just like live in the way his father wants him to live, and not the death part. I hope it's not gonna be the death part.
Honestly, like, again, like you said, only on episode 5 right now, but that's what I expect from this show. I don't know. Yeah. It just started something like that. Is it just because of who his father is?
Yes. So honestly, just because, like, I think very early on they want to tell you what the point is. Yeah. So like, you would think that it would be full circle at the end with
I think it will.
Thorfinn going down that road. So like, that is what I'm hoping with the show at the end. Like, it's gonna be a rough ride getting there, but at the end it's not gonna be a completely like nihilistic ending.
But I do have to say that I am very excited to see more of Askild, or whatever his name is. Asfeld. Yes, I am kind of very excited to see more about him.
Ashalat.
Like I said, I don't think it's
Ashalat.
I don't.
I swear to God, I think like 15 people wrote to us how it's pronounced, and I swear 15 people said different things. I don't know.
Maybe it's because some are pronouncing it, because that's usually what happens. Someone pronouncing it how it's said in English, and some how it's said in Japanese.
Look, it's not take us a bit. Nothing new here. We're gonna figure it out at some point. I mean,
like I said, I'm very excited to find more about him. Like I told you, the second that I found out that like Thorfinn's gonna know that he killed his father, and he's gonna want to kill him. My opinions and feelings about that man changed. I mean, not change, meaning now I'm gonna love him immediately, but I'm gonna definitely appreciate his storyline, and I'm definitely not gonna want to murder him every time I see him on the street. I mean, of course, it depends on what's gonna happen next. But like, I'm just saying, I'm always talking on the point with the knowledge I have right now.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But like, so far he seems like he's gonna be one of the more interesting characters, if not the most interesting character of the show.
I mean, after Thorfinn or next to Thorfinn.
Well, I mean, the Thorfinn's gonna have this like development that we're gonna watch. But like, for people like Askald, who are like already adults and everything, like that's kind of a mystery to. You need to learn what makes them tick. I mean, Thorfinn is kind of easy right now as a child. You know, we're gonna see him go through things, and Askald, something like that. We don't know much about him yet, how he functions as a person, and I think like his progression is gonna be kind of, or what I hope, at some point is gonna be the opposite of Thorfinn's.
Definitely.
Like, I think he's gonna go into
at the end.
Yeah, and by the end, like, I'm not talking about like now suddenly. Wow, he's such
No, I'm talking about at the end. I don't think it's gonna be that different from Thorfinn if Thorfinn finds his peace.
Fine, yeah.
But like right now, I'm hoping that they're gonna go. I'm not hoping for Thorfinn. Oh my God, this is horrible. I can't even speak. What I expect to happen is for them to go in completely different directions. Like Thorfinn down the bad part, Askald down the questioning his morality part.
Yeah, and I really do think that killing Thors. I mean, it already
I
is
agree.
starting to.
Affect him.
Yeah, it's already starting to buck his mind. So I think that's gonna be very interesting to see how he deals with that going forward. And that's, I think, gonna be one of my favorite storylines. And again, I think the relationship between the two of them, with Thorfinn having so much hate towards him, is gonna be really interesting and painful to watch for Thorfinn. You know, I don't like to see a kid wanting to kill someone. Okay, not a pleasant sight. He's not with them. He's like, I mean, on the other ship, whatever, but he's with them. And the rest of the guys have lost a child. How do you not keep an eye on the child? They have lost him, whatever, and I'm gonna assume they're gonna go back to, or at least some of them could go back.
I think everybody's gonna go down. I mean, I don't think they have
Iceland
anywhere
too.
to
Well,
go.
yeah, but like if I don't know what they're thinking. But like if I was, let's say, Leaf, the more adult one, I could never just like go home first. I would immediately start trying to go to wherever the kid is.
I don't think so, because I think him alone first, he has other children that he's responsible for. He needs to take the head of Thorns. So I have a feeling he would rather first go home and then make the group.
But
of
see,
people
if he needs to get the head to, I guess, Floki. Floki is not with us, so like where's he gonna go? Is Floki's not on our island, so like he would first have to go to Floki to give him the head. I'm not sure what the route's gonna be, okay, but like at some point they have to get to the head of Thors to confirm that he is actually dead, so the village doesn't suffer, because like that's what Thors is like. He knows he's gonna die and he's like still thinking about this. What a man he was. They have to do that, and they're gonna go to Iceland to inform the family. Like what's his
that's
name?
what I expect from this episode to happen, to see Helga, his daughter, her daughter, find out that Thorns is dead, and also that Thorfinn is missing.
Yeah,
and that's what I expect.
That we're gonna like go after him or something.
Yeah,
like
maybe not in this episode, but like
but like general plan.
To go.
Yeah, because like that's the only way I can see the other characters being incorporated into the storyline. And we have kind of met like one of the main ones from those like teenagers, young adults, I don't know how old they are, is, what is his name? Ari, and I really like Ari, so I would really like to follow them as well. That's what I'm expecting from this episode.
Yeah, me too.
Again, I am glad that we now know what happened and where we are. Like that gives me some peace of mind, just so that we can be like, okay, let's see where we go from here on out. Because the entire time I'm just like waiting for the father to die, and I was like thinking, how is he gonna die? Now I can just like sit and see.
I agree, especially if
sit and see how it's gonna happen.
Yes.
So let's see what is gonna happen. Can someone tell me, is there gonna be a character named Uwe in this show? Because we have a Bjorn. Will I see an Uwe? Because it's gonna be my favorite.
I mean, if it's gonna be the same as Bjorn.
Oh yeah, true. I just feel like Uwe should be the best in any universe, okay? The troll's son. Oh god. Great. He has no food or water, that's why they said he's not dying soon enough.
Yeah.
Is there not no water, food? He lands next to a river. Give him some fucking kindness. Nothing? A tree? Not a stream? Maybe someone finds him.
Someone nice. There are nice people here.
Do you hear water? I hear water potentially. I think he does. Who's next to a water? Don't be someone bad. Okay. Do you have the knife? Can we hunt some animals? Do you know how to hunt an animal? You're 6. Who?
Somebody's killing some village or something.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we Vikings. I mean, it's impressive that they see that.
boy heart.
Look at this fucking eye if I can. Wow, what an army, no one's like keeping watch. I can't even fucking drink this. Oh my god. Is it even him?
Yes. Somebody's not here.
You can't even fucking carry that, that's gonna fall. Bjorn?
How small.
I can't, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I know he was awake. That whole sword is bigger than him.
なんだよ、眠らなかったのか。ああ、お前がうざったくてな。お前。なんだ、生き残りか。いや、あれだろ、息子だろ。
父上の仇だ。お前に決闘を申し込め。
かっこいいぞ、モーゼ。どうすんだよ、アシュラッド。めんどくせえ。
I shall let.
あのまま寝首かいてりゃよかったのによ。
俺はトグルスの息子だ。そんな卑怯なことができるか。
一丁前に戦士気取りか。いいぜ、来いよ。獲物に振り回されてるようじゃ世話だな。例のものは確認した。約束の金だ。不老儀の旦那にもよろしく伝えといてくれ。村人と仲良くってわけにもいかねえだろ。そういえば伝言を預かっていた。伝言？トールズの最後はどのようだったかと。
Fucking hate flock.
別にただの普通の死に様だ。あれ生きてたの？いいね、顔だな。ルカ。我慢は体に毒だぞ。ん？
くそ。
Oh god, can you just see? This breaks my heart. Are we...
Iceland?
最後だった。トールズはわしらの身代わりに。すまん、エルガ、ユルマ。本当に何と言って詫びればいいのか。
死んじゃったもんはしょうがないって。メソメソしてもお腹が減るだけよ。さーて、働かないとね。
エルガさん、トルフィーはあの子だけはわしが必ず見つけ出す。何年かかろうとも。
What do you mean years? What does he mean years?
まあ、長生きするタイプだとは思ってなかったけどね。父親が変わり者だと苦労するよ。弟くんも行方不明なんでしょ。まあ、男ではないと忙しくてね。
だっしゃい。
無茶よ言うわ。あれ、ガイドは？うん、もうすっかりいいわ。あ、姫、羊。遅れてごめんよ。春になったら羊の毛刈りもしなきゃだしな。忙しい。ほんと労働力不足だわ。もう寝ましょう。まあ、先寝てて。 私これ仕上げちゃうから。もう手元が暗いでしょ。折り目を間違うわよ。もういいのよ。休みましょう。
My poor child.
よう頑張ってんな。
お前
お前の親父は確かに強かった。でも甘かった。それだけのことだろう。森であのガキに会ったぜ。なんだ、まだ生きてたのか。ヨームのトルの血引いてんだ。ただでくたばれしねえだろうよ。血は争えねえか。獲物に振り回されてるようじゃ世話ねえな。誰か来る。
Is he gonna ask to go with them?
I thought he was gonna ask if I do it again.
俺はトールズの子、トロフィン。洗脳のオーディの名において貴様に決闘を申し込む。
おいったくしつけえな。オラブの子ワシラット、オーディンの名において決闘を受けてやるよ。しょうがねえから。ったくそんなに親父に会いてえのかよ。死んじまうぜ。なんだよ。やれっつったのは。
But did it catch you though?
やめた。付き合ってらんねえな。ガキをやんのも趣味じゃねえし。
なんだそれ。
俺も暇じゃねえんだよ。
なんで僕は負けれない。戦えしかも。
しつこいガキだな。
お前を殺すまでだ。絶対に殺す。
戦場で手柄を立ててみな。ノルドの戦士なんだろ。そしたらご褒美に決闘してやるよ。
Honestly, no fucking words.
I think I cried throughout this entire episode to 5.
Yes, exactly what we thought is gonna happen. Very sad episode. Another emotional episode.
Like, again, it's gonna be... If I cry in the first 5 episodes, you just know it's gonna be bad. Like, I cry always. But, like, not so soon. I cried this fast, I think I cried so fast on Attack on Titan. Because, tragedy again. I think I also cried on Full Metal. Yes, I definitely did. But, like... Other shows in the first few episodes, not so much. You know what I mean? Okay, like this is not a daily occurrence. And this whole episode, my eyes were constantly watering. But like, what does anyone expect me to do? Like seeing this child struggling to survive. I am sensitive on children. We know this. Like I can't. How am I supposed to be watching this? What am I supposed to be doing with this information with this poor child?
I think it's gonna be very hard, like every episode.
Yeah.
Watching it, it's gonna be... I think we prepared ourselves for it.
But right, it's very honestly just like it's very tough to see.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I think we're gonna see soon progression from when he's young to when he's older. A bit older, not that much older,
Yeah. Yeah. I think this episode was done beautifully.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I appreciate it when the show can take its time to, like, mourn, to give you these moments when it's not about, plot moving as usual, but it's like, it's just about the kid who has lost his father and is now trying to first survive and then find a way to avenge his father and deal with his anger. And it was mostly about that and the sorrow and anger that he feels, which is like, it's very painful to watch, but I think they really did it so well. Like, it makes me feel, let's say, good that you can see very early on that they put care into the characters and that they're gonna put the characters above, let's say, plot or something like that. Like, it feels like we're gonna be dealing with the characters mostly than like plot. Plot is gonna come in, of course, as always, and that's gonna be... I think it's gonna be very interesting. But again, I'm mostly concerned about having good characters and character developments. And like, so far from what we've seen in this first 5 episodes, I really think that they will put that at the forefront of the story. Which they should, because it's that type of a story. And so like that makes me really happy and excited for the rest of the show, even though I'm gonna probably cry throughout most of it. I was about to say. Sure, but like,
Excited. Happy, definitely not. Definitely not, because I think we're just gonna now see the kid's downfall, and I'm terrified of it.
Downfall. How would you define a downfall? Because like
nothing has changed in my opinion. I am very happy. I love how it was done, the scene where he decided not to kill Asfeld in his sleep, because he's a son of Thor's.
Who's an honorable man.
Who is an honorable man, and he would never do that.
He would never kill someone from behind while they're sleeping.
But I think he's gonna be a Viking.
Yeah.
And that's what I would call downfall.
Well, that's the thing. Like, how do we define downfall? Like, in what is our standard? A downfall for someone like you and me, of course, he's gonna be killing people left and right. A downfall in that like world of Viking, they're gonna make him, I guess, a Viking, and they have a different. They're incredibly cruel. The show does not hide that. Like, we have scenes, and these are gonna be the characters we're gonna be following. Like, I really think that we're gonna, of course, I think they say sh, Ashald, and sometimes they don't say L, Ashald. I feel like he and Bjorn, especially, we're gonna be following them, and like, the rest of the guys. I'm sure that we're gonna have some scenes with them and with Thorfinn, and I am sure that we are gonna like them in a way, but they're not good people by any stretch of imagination. Much like our favorite characters in Vikings also weren't good people by any stretch of imagination, and that is just the world that we live in, and the show doesn't the show that they live, sure, but like when they live in it, we live with them in it when we're watching, you know. So that's why I say we, even though like I'm not gonna be doing this. But
It's not like that. I'm not gonna. I think I specifically say we for the characters I really like.
Yeah.
And I say, but I would not say we right now for Ashland yet.
Yeah.
And for those,
I just feel like because I know we're gonna be there, like we're gonna be there constantly. Like but we're not a we here. Like we is like
maybe
Thorfinn.
we're gonna grow we,
Thorfinn
but like
and us is a we.
Exactly, and I'm we with the Flocky. I mean Leaf.
Do not fucking call him Flocky.
Yes.
He is not that.
I am we with him. You know.
Yeah.
But that's it, pretty much.
Yeah.
So far,
I agree. But they don't shy away from showing. I feel like they actually want to show you what type of people Vikings were. Like they're not shying away from it. Like we've seen, they were pillaging the village now. Pillaging?
I have never heard that word. Maybe it's right, maybe it's not. I have no idea. I have never heard that.
And the more that I say it, the more the word doesn't make sense.
What does
to me.
it mean?
Well, like attacking
okay.
the village and taking their food and killing the people. Pillaging.
Never.
Pilgrimage. Pillaging.
What? Please stop. Stop inventing the words.
What? Wait, pillaging. It has to be a fucking word. Pillaging. Pillage.
I mean, sure. I'm not saying that the word doesn't exist. Just never heard of it.
That is the word I'm looking for. Anyways, like we have seen them, you know, and Ashad said something along the lines of like, you know, we have to kill everyone because like we don't want the words of this to get out and everything. And you see like a woman being like dragged by her hair while a child is clinging on to her, you know. They're all dead, possibly raped as well, you know.
Probably.
Yeah, very probably, but like I'm not gonna be thinking about it. Okay?
I mean, they
out of sight, out of fucking mind.
It wasn't out of sight.
I just saw them.
He literally said, "I'm gonna find me a woman here." When
I
the
thought
guy
he
got
meant
out,
like a girlfriend, like a sexual relation.
Consensual. I would not.
I choose to ignore. I choose to ignore what they really mean.
We should not choose
I'm kidding. I'm not choosing to ignore. Again, they're not good people by any stretch of imaginations. They're actually pretty awful people. And they're incredibly cruel. And the show is showing you that. So like it is just going to be the reality that we're going to live in. Because I mean, we have went through this with Vikings. Like they have killed and raped and everything in between. They were like our favorite characters, like we love them. So like it's a different reality that we are gonna embark on here. So and the show again is, I think, doing a good job of not making it like rainbows and sunshine, as into where like I can't even fucking pretend, you know. I can't even pretend that like, oh, maybe they're like the good Vikings, you know. No, they're just Vikings. Like that is their culture. That is their that is just how they function. And so
but I think this show clearly separated. It clearly showed you that that's very bad.
Yeah.
In the first episode, they showed you a village of people who escaped that world and are living somewhat peacefully. Yes, they're honoring Odin. Yes, they are teaching their children in that type of culture, but they're not teaching them to be that kind of cruel. At least I don't know.
Not they. Only honestly, only Thor's. Like we have seen when they wanted to go to war or whatever, and like Thor's or someone else. There was an adult there that was speaking about how like you're gonna be a real man now and everything. Like they were thinking in the ways of Vikings. I think Thor's is kind of the only exception here. I mean, you know, there's degrees of people. They are living in peace, so like in a different way. But they have raised their sons.
But so did Thor's then, because like Thorfinn as well wants to be warrior, but because that's glorious.
Well, yes, but like the thing is, he has grown up in the environment of the people around him.
Yeah.
Like if all of them are like there sitting just like peaceful, and no one is talking about war or fighting or honor and glory in the way of like Odin and Valhalla, I don't think Thorfinn would know anything about it or would be thinking about how like, oh, I'm gonna be a great warrior if I do this and this. Like it is the environment that is around him, and like Thor's can only affect, I mean, it can affect him greatly, but like still the kid is gonna be affected by his environment as well. So I just think I really think Thor's is the only exception. I mean, not the only.
Yeah,
like, sure, people are gonna be people. There's always gonna be like people who divert from the path of Vikings, you know. But like Thor's, I think was one of the rare ones. Let's say there, like that did not want to do this anymore, nor did he want his children to like be a part of that. And now, I mean, as we have seen in this episode, Thorfinn, he was really trying to survive, and he had no skills whatsoever. And very early on, I mean, immediately, he challenged Asheld to a duel, which, you know, there was nothing there. Like, his sword got stuck. His sword got literally stuck in the wood. And Asheld then told him, like, you know, you shouldn't be swinging your sword, or you shouldn't be letting your sword swing you so much. And like, I thought in that moment, you know, he's already basically sort of training him in a way. I mean, training him. He said a word. But that at the end, that stuck, because like when the wolf came, he took the knife that his father gave him, which is much smaller, you know, and he can wield that he remembered those words
what Askald said, and like took the knife, basically little sword, and killed a wolf. And then, because before that he couldn't hunt anything, he was incapable, basically. I mean, he's a child. Like, how's he giving and after that he started training with a knife. He figured out ways in which he could catch a rabbit. And he trained a bit, and at the end he managed to catch him, and he had food. And then that's when he felt more. That's when he felt stronger. Like he's maybe confident and maybe capable to kill Askell, because that's the only thing that's driving him. The will to revenge his father. And he went back and again asked him for duel. Before that, he even had a scene with Bjorn, where Bjorn came to the woods and gave him food. Something like that, right?
He did not come to the food to give him. He didn't not
but like
he was there to pick out mushrooms.
Did he give him mushrooms?
No, he did not give him. But I thought I'm gonna have to go look back. But I thought he left. I'm making up kindness in my own mind.
That's what I think.
But like, to me, it looked like Bjorn left unpicked.
No, that's what I wanted to say. Like, I didn't mean that he initially went into the woods to give him food, but like he was in the woods, and to me it seemed like he left him something. But maybe I just imagined that. Maybe I didn't see it right.
think, but I mean, there could be nothing. He maybe left poisoned ones. I don't know. But like, to me, because he was picking mushrooms, and like he left some behind.
But
so then I thought, like, why wouldn't you pick them all? You have a big army, you know. I thought like maybe that was his
to me
showing him
also
pity.
Seemed like that as well. But also they talked, Bjorn and Askald, after that talked about that. He told Askald about the kid. He saw him.
I saw the kid in the forest.
And he said that like he reminds him of his father. He's not gonna die very easily or something like that. And then Askald said like father, like son. To me, that sounded a bit respectful. I don't know.
No, the thing is, I really believe, and like that is what's making this whole thing that like is gonna be happening, I guess, with Asheld and Thorfinn, and like Asheld's storyline, for me much more like a thing that I'm gonna really like enjoy is because I really feel like he respects Thor's. I really feel like he respects him, especially like when those guys came, who like confirmed that Thor's is dead and everything, and they said that like Floki asked like how did he die, like what was his last words or something, and Asheld said, you know, he just died a normal death. Like, I thought in that moment that he was like, I thought it was like out of respect for Thor's, I'm not gonna give that to Floki, who was the person that wanted him dead. Like, I'm not gonna tell him that he died protecting his son or something. I thought it was like to giving him some type of respect. And so like I really actually feel like he respects Thor's. And that's why he looks at Thorfinn in a specific way, like with pity, of course, but like I can't explain. There's something really interesting there, and I think like just because Thorfinn continues to try to fight and to get that revenge, and like even when he at the end at the last duel that they had, when he knocked him out and then Thorfinn just like threw the dagger at him and like kind of nearly hit him. But like I mean, of course, Ashald he has fucking sixth sense, like he has been a warrior for a long time. It was not gonna hit him. But I feel like there is some type of, is it just because like he felt respect for Thor's and now because that's his son, and like I just feel like Ashal looks at him as in a specific
Honestly,
manner and shows him
it's
some
also,
respect.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, but just because like you can see that it's a child who's trying so hard to get revenge, like you understand why he's getting revenge, and so like he told him, do something important in battle because like you're a Viking, show yourself to be a good warrior like a Viking, and then I'll promise that I will give you a duel. And so like the kid Thorfinn is gonna continue training and gonna continue fighting and gonna like we saw I guess that was a duel. We always saw they were training in the in the intro. I just don't know if he's gonna be around them because right now they're leaving. So like I don't know if he's gonna.
I wouldn't think so. I think so.
I think
we're gonna have soon a time jump in few episodes where we're gonna see how he is and how he looks after a few years. That's how it seems to me, because I don't think we're gonna see the whole process of him getting to this point of view. I think he's gonna be very much more capable than he was before. I think he's gonna fight people, kill people in the meantime, and become stronger. Stronger, so that he would be ready to kill a person he hates the most.
Like this entire show is gonna be kind of about that, and like where is that gonna lead us? Like what is gonna happen here at the end? Like their relationship right now, I have no fucking clue. Like because again, I thought that because of the intro, it kind of pointed us in the wrong direction, I guess. But like because I thought he was like with them the entire time, and like he is training with them, and so like he must not know, and so I thought their relationship was gonna develop under a false premise, and now that's not correct. I'm really curious as to how that's gonna go, and that like really makes me excited. I think I'm gonna really enjoy.
I agree. You didn't say happy at least this time.
No. I just I feel like it's gonna be a very good and
I think it's gonna be
a quality
storyline.
I agree. Like those are the storylines that I really like watching.
I agree. I completely agree. But I just think that it's gonna be very hard to see Thorfinn become who's he gonna become. Yeah. And that's what I mean by his downfall. I am still hoping in the end that he's. I don't mean now that he's not gonna be honorable, as a Viking. I think he's gonna still have his father
there's a
voice
very
in his mind.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna be, like I said, Viking. Who they are. They kill people.
Yeah, they have a different
exactly, and he needs to be the best of them so that he would kill the best of them.
They have a different view. Like if Bjorn or whoever tells you, be a great warrior or whatever. Like they have a different view on what being great and a warrior means. Just like what Thor said, a warrior is not one that needs to wield a sword or whatever. They have completely different worldviews.
But I think what Thorfinn right now is gonna see is completely their point of view, and that's what it's
gonna be down the Viking path.
Exactly.
Just because he needs to get that revenge. So to get that revenge, you need to cross over to the side of violence. And that is the side of Vikings. Let me turn on the lights for a second.
Okay. That's what I expect right now to happen. And I think that's gonna be very hard to see. And very hard to watch, but I do believe that their dynamic is gonna be very fucking interesting.
Oh my god, yes.
And I honestly can't wait to watch and see how it's gonna resolve. Not gonna resolve in next four seasons, but you know what I mean.
I feel like at the very end.
We also had the scene that I was also got emotional.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the scene with Leaf coming and telling Helga and Yilda, maybe. There was that scene when Yilda and Helga found out about the father and the son. And
the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, and also I love the Leaf's promise.
Oh my god.
That he's gonna search
exactly
no matter
what
and no matter how long, even if it takes him years. But he's
that's
gonna
that's clearly foreshadowing. He said it takes me years.
Yeah, but
if we go to a time jump, like it just makes sense that they didn't find him and like
exactly. And I think that's also promised to Thorns as well.
Yeah, of course.
And I think I would like, but like that's the thing, when he finds him, in what state he's gonna find him.
Finding a different human.
Exactly. Is he gonna find him while he's killing somebody? Is he gonna find him? I can't even imagine that.
No, me neither. And especially like what is even Leaf gonna tell him?
Yeah.
Like how is Leaf gonna even feel? Because like Leaf, what we know from Leaf, I don't know what type of a Viking he is. Leaf to me just like seems that he goes more towards the Taurus type of character than to like Vikings. And so like I don't know, like if I was Leaf, it would break my fucking heart seeing Thorfinn, and I would want to like remind him of what his father would want.
I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and like again, I don't know what those words are gonna do to Thorfinn, because I don't think he can just like escape from that need for revenge right now, and like it's gonna take a while.
Considering that we know that it's gonna be 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Judging by manga.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think I think the ending is gonna be him not killing him out of revenge if he kills him.
Yeah,
but
choosing a different
and finding a peace
path.
Peace.
A peace.
But honestly, I think it's gonna be downfall for a while.
Yeah.
Like I said, like
really?
Yes, it depends on what you think downfall is. But for me, that's a downfall. Killing another person is a downfall for me. Yeah, I mean, we saw his eyes in the intro. Yeah. I think that tells you enough.
I guess I wanted to talk again about Yilda.
Yeah, I was about to say, we started talking and completely went to the first subject that we've been speaking about.
Like the way that they reacted to finding out that Thors is dead. Like, I mean, I was laughing at Yilda half the time, but I wasn't really laughing as in laughing. I mean, I think she's really like a funny character. Like, she seems very uninterested in everything and just like is doing her job, doesn't care about anything much else. And so when they told her father was dead, and she kind of reacted to, oh well, you know, it was only a matter of time when before he died and everything, and they just continued working and doing everything, and like it's kind of very obvious that she is.
I was just waiting for
doing
a break.
all that to distract herself, and so like when she said like, you know, you go to sleep, I'm gonna continue doing this. Like I think I immediately started, like I was watering the entire, my eyes were watering the entire fucking time, but I think there I was like, tears are about to drop, because like you know that she is about to start crying.
Yeah, honestly, I was just the entire time I was just feeling very sad from the second she reacted, how she reacted, just because of that. Like I knew what's gonna happen, and I knew why she was doing that. I knew she was just trying to distract herself, not to think about that. Because if she starts thinking about that, then she's gonna break. And she can't be left alone with only her thoughts. She had to do something. Exactly. And the second that mom took out of that, like I knew that she was immediately gonna start crying.
And especially because it's very different for her and like Helga. She's 15 first. And she has also grown up, thankfully, in like peace. And like Helga, I'm sure she knows, you know, war and the cost of war, and like how it's always a possibility of people dying around her. So like for her, it doesn't come as a, let's say, a shock to the system. And like for Yilda, she's so young, and like I don't think she has experienced loss at all. I don't think she even knows how to handle or process any things, and so like it was actually very sad. It was sad to see her, and I really appreciated the way that it was done because it felt very realistic and honest.
Yeah.
Like I really like that they did it that way for her character.
Yeah.
And she is incredibly strong. Like she reminds me like physically like as capable as Thor's, let's say. Whereas like Thorfinn seems, I mean, he's small, you know, so I don't know, but like he seems like, you know, he inherits his mother's physical abilities because like he's just like small, and she's just like picking those things up at 15, you know.
Yeah.
She seems like she inherited that strength from her father, and now he's gone, and I'm like that was really sad.
Yeah, I agree. That was really...
And I would really love to follow, again, I'm gonna love to follow Thorfinn and his storyline along with Ashald. And I would really also love to follow, like, Leif and Ari and Hilda as well. I would really love
I just don't know how much and who we are gonna follow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially because I think we're gonna have a time jump in next few episodes, maybe even... in my opinion, the next one.
Yeah, because like if they left and if
that's what I expect from for Thorfinn's character. And I would expect Leif to be searching for Thorfinn the entire time. I don't know if he's gonna have Ari on the boat. I have no idea. But I would love that. Honestly, I would love. We'll see how big a part of the story they're gonna be at all.
But I would really like to, because I think they just all have a potential.
I would like to have more of Iceland people.
Yeah.
Just because of how they grew up.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, they're more easy to root than like
I agree,
group,
especially
you know?
Because yes, maybe they have been also taught, but they have been living in peace. They're clueless. They're not mean. They're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ari, yes, he wanted to fight and be a warrior
Ari
because those are exactly. And
Ari
now when they
know.
saw what war is, for a second, that wasn't even a war. That was just like a battle, small battle. I don't think he would ever want to go back there.
Like I would argue, Ari is a good person. Like there's nothing for me to not think that he is, and I would not say that for anyone on Ashald's group. Like they're not good people. You know, they're Vikings, they're not good people. And like I don't think Ari has gone through that. Like so like I would like to have some people that I'm like, oh, these are genuinely good people. Yeah. Like, I would love some of that as well. Like, I have accepted the Vikings. You know, I know. We have gone through this. It's not... Thankfully, we watched Vikings again, so this is not shocking to us. I can easily, like, let's say move past it. Like, just accept it, that it is how it is, you know?
But in my opinion, even in Vikings, we found... good qualities in characters that we like.
But see, yes, of course. And like I also think because of the way that the Vikings are, like my favorite character in Vikings, you know, if I'm not counting Ragnar and everything, but like even if I am counting Ragnar, the best character in Vikings as in like the best human there.
Just best human, I was about to say.
Just like the best fucking human there, and like because of that he was one of my favorites. I mean, after Ragnar, just like immediately, I think. I mean, Bjorn as well, but Ube. Just like because in that fucking environment, he was the only one who didn't want to do these things. And when you have that, you know, it's a saying, the darker the night, the brighter the fucking stars shine. So like those characters who are just like decent I'm gonna like hold on to them and appreciate them so much more because it is that type of a world, you know, and they choose to be that small percent who are not cruel. So like I always hold on to those characters and appreciate them so much more in this setting than in maybe other settings. So I would love those characters as well if we can have them. I just think there are a lot of storylines with great potential, and I'm really excited to see where this goes next. And that's all I can tell you.
Yes. Okay, guys.
Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you.
Bye.